older. But revealing him early on isn't going to be a huge punishment for
Yeah, and people are starting, in North America at least, people are starting to see him as the best support in the game. So they're picking him first because they understand that their enemies recognize they're likely playing older.
Yeah.
Also, the older, I really like it with that Rygon Alicia strategy. Of course, the AoE just being thrown aggressively. Older plays into that very well. Yep, the Taya from Numbnuts and the Rygon from Fireblaze, everything kind of lining up to what we expected. Now I'm just interested to see whether or not Flappy Penguin plays the Esmo, which is kind of what he broke into the scene with, or the Alicia. I'm expecting the Alicia because it looked very good. On the side of Noble, I'm expecting that we see either a Bako, as Noble actually managed to take down the Bako. Okay, we do see the Bako pick.
That's my boy.
Noble beat Fable last week with Bako, which is very surprising, as people have long seen Luke as just a Freya specialist.
Yeah.
So the fact that he switched to Bako and beat the group favorite was very impressive. Not too surprised to see him stick with it this week.
Shows the Bako is the best champion in the game.
At least for a couple more weeks before the next patch.
We'll see what happens. Let's hope nothing too dangerous happens to him. But when you spoke about interesting Battlerite picks, that is my favorite part about this. I think a lot of people, not to throw shade at every single pro out there, don't particularly use every unique Battlerite to their ability, because you have this mindset of what you think the best play style is. Like, okay, this is how we're going to do it. But if you can just tweak a little tiny thing and find a couple more value points out of a Battlerite that might not be used as much, you'll see things like that Alicia putting shield on a Rygon.
Yeah.
I bet you that the moment everyone saw that Battlerite, they're like, ha, what an idiot. Clearly not, right?
Yeah. And that's such a weird Battlerite, too. When I read that, I was like, there's no way that ever gets picked. That's just not good. Why would you want that?
Yeah.
But in a coordinated team play setting, things that likely seem bad in solo queue turn out to be incredibly strong. And that's why we see it picked here.
We got Redhead Bako.
Ginger Bako.
Ginger Bako.
Irishman Bako.
He's gonna have a pretty fun time right now. Fireblaze. If Fireblaze does build the damage after the parry, Bako's got a real fun time with his Bulwark, forces the cancel out, so he doesn't get any of that stun value. Also against Alicia, the big old M2s you can flick right back. Freak, even one M1 back on him is going to be a lot of damage on himself. So we'll see how this pans out. Rygon wants to find a way in there. He uses M2, gets Bulwark done immediately, takes some damage. Spacebar, he's got almost nothing left. There's the parry. Bako using a spacebar just to get out of that parry seemed a little bit not great of a trade. But
this
now we're
is
gonna see
such a mess, Carpet.
Yeah,
everybody just going in and fighting. Bako spaces very defensively, which frees up the blue team to secure the orb. Numbnuts almost got it. Very close.
1 HP, but we have the ultimate already from Oldor on red side. Nards. There's one ult. There's two. Three ultimates all at the same time.
Flappy Penguin, what's up, dude? Absolutely popping off, getting a huge ultimate. We'll see if they can secure this next orb, as they now have a 30% HP advantage. Numbnuts, he evens that out a little bit with that orb take for red.
Petrify onto Luke means he's not going to do a whole lot of damage here. The Bulwark out to keep him from
big.
some. He turns around and gets a stun onto Rygon there, but he's going to find plenty of damage himself. Oldor's just going to go down to the M2 from Alicia. It's going to leave Numbnuts and Luke all alone. There's the incapacitate there, followed by an ultimate. No!
Essence of Finlev.
That doesn't feel great while Numbnuts goes down. Essence of Finlev indeed. That doesn't feel good.
He's going to get a nice double in cap, try to find something, but who are we kidding, man? This one's all but over. And Fireblaze, this dude has gotten a lot of negative attention from the scene over his professional history, but he's really come into form the past couple weeks. His Rygon, when Rygon was released, Fireblaze only played Rygon for like a couple hundred games or something, and you can really see his mastery of the hero as he's weaving in and out of the battles, not taking too much damage and still outputting a decent amount of pressure. And also Flappy Penguin having such a high impact ulti, getting that double freeze. Just the pressure these two are putting out is very large.
Let's see if the beginning is as messy as it was last time. Let's hope not, for both sakes of both teams. Bulwark already down and then right into a parry. It's not going to be great for Luke. Oh, but missing the seismic strike there. The spacebar in. Isn't going to... Oh, my God. Rygon's finding a whole lot of value right now, forcing so many cooldowns. Bako's going to... No, that wasn't an in-cap, but he will find plenty of damage on both of them. Freak took a lot of damage.
Yeah, nice in-cap from Fireblaze, or knock-up rather, to help himself secure the orb, as Numbnuts wasn't available to hit it. And wow, look at the HP pool of Luke on the Bako, getting so low. He finds an in-cap on the petrified target, but the older ultimate's there. He finds the stun on the Bako, and Luke, he goes down.
Unbelievably dangerous, and without any kind of clarities, any kind of protection from that, those older ultimates from Atrocity Exhibition are going to be incredibly dangerous. They're going to have to worry about Tornado. That's the biggest thing for them, because Taya can Tornado anybody. But outside of that, Bako's only got the one iframe, so
Right.
he's going to struggle to get away from that unless he has to use an E to get out of there.
Yes.
And then you're going to look at, without the space on the older, he's going to be dangerous. Or he's going to be a good target for Atrocity Exhibition on those older ultimates. And with Fireblaze, if he grabs that, if he gets ulted from older and just smacks himself in there, that's his biggest thing, right? Raigon's biggest thing is how do I get in there without using my big cooldowns?
Yep.
That's almost every melee, but how do I get engaged right now without having to waste too many cooldowns?
And we're seeing him just walk in.
Yeah.
He's just walking in with that Flappy Penguin E, that AoE of the chill, just doing pretty well. But this round, he's slowed down quite a bit more as the Bulwark reflects his knockup.
There's the parry. It is down, finds no value. He does still have his space bar.
Oh, we see the value of that shield there as Flappy Penguin just throws down the AoE, but the big double in cap, and now this is looking very good for Noble Carpet.
Flappy Penguin a bit too far to try and put anything on the sword, but the AoE, he will still snag it with the E from Alicia.
Oh,
Fireblaze wanted to put max damage on. There's the stun. There's the value right now. Numbnuts. Look at the damage he's putting onto Alicia. Taking almost none himself. That trade. Older's got an ult inside of blue. He ults himself to avoid the incapacitate. And you get the stun as well onto Older. They get a lot of damage onto him. Numbnuts needs to heal up. Or Nard, sorry.
Noble manages to get that orb. Freak, I thought Freak would for sure be the target there with that ultimate. Flappy Penguin now getting hit with an in cap. The Petrify comes out on the Bako to slow him down, and now the ultimate from the Raigon is going to deal a decent amount of damage. And Fireblaze, the aggression comes in as he hits a 3-stack M2. He heals up quite a bit and deals a huge chunk to Luke.
Changed his target last second. Nard's actually got that incapacitate from the Raigon. He also has an ultimate as well, so he can save Bako. I think it should be their plan. Bako has really big impact moves. He needs to go in and try and force it. There's one ultimate from Older. Bako's just going to try and leave out of there while he can. He's going to need an ultimate very soon. He does get it. Who's he going to find? And nobody. He puts up the Bulwark. It stuns the Raigon. It's in a dangerous spot now. You're going to see Numbnuts just pushing on the back line. There it is. He goes down and they secure the orb.
Luke stomps out the fire with that War Stomp, gets the kill onto Fireblaze, and now it's looking pretty good for Noble as they're now up 3-2 in terms of character. A good in cap breaks the shield of Freak too, and that's all she wrote.
That looked real close there. Noble barely making it out of there.
Yeah.
But I think a lot of that also was attributed to Numbnuts just kind of not being focused and just running around and just dealing plenty of damage. He won the trades on Flappy Penguin a lot throughout that round.
Yes.
He's able to really make Flappy Penguin just far enough to stop from being able to help with those final blows to get the final CC to really take out people like Bako and Nards. They both got so low for such a long period of time, but when they got that kill on Raigon, it was just their game from there.
It's really interesting watching Atrocity Exhibition. They kind of feel like a lesser SSG in a way. Not to say that SSG is like significantly better, but I think just in terms of standing alones, they are a little bit more. We see Raigon go in initially just like Proster, and he gets chunked massively like we've seen out of Proster. And man, he's just absolutely getting controlled here.
But you saw that parry value. I think he got all three of them with that parry hit, and someone had hit into it as well, so double hit on that parry. I think he missed an in cap, and they secure an orb. Probably worth it. No, they actually did they? No,
Absolutely worth it for Atrocity Exhibition as they secure the orb and get a big chunk of true HP out of everybody on the side of Noble. The older ultimate is here, gonna try to find the kill onto Luke. Oh, the space in from Nards. He gets a decent amount of healing. The pressure is now being turned onto the Raigon, but still Flappy Penguin on the backside throwing out so much damage.
Nards barely making it out, and blue team securing that orb too. Numbnuts using everything he can for it. Is this it for Bako? No, he just barely gets out of there, but him and Older needs to try and split his heals between all three of them. They're getting so dangerously low. Flappy Penguin's looking real healthy. Freak's got a full ultimate in the chamber. This is looking like Atrocity's round.
Oh yeah, Older just dying to chunks. Freak throwing out an EXM1, but the time bomb is going to tick down and Nards is going to die to that. Noble Esports get the orb, but it's a little too late.
Taya does have an ultimate. Is it going to be enough value? No, it will definitely not. Now Bako's got an ult just for funsies. Why not try and take out Fireblaze? Not going to be able to. Atrocity. They had that round in probably the first minute. They really took it off.
They did. And just like I was talking about at the end of the last round, Atrocity Exhibition playing very reminiscent of the way SSG goes in. SSG, Proster goes in, he initiates Fireblaze, he goes in and he initiates for Atrocity Exhibition, which enables Flappy Penguin to really do whatever he wants. And we're seeing Flappy put up these huge damage numbers similar to how we see Averse play, just off the back of the aggression from the Raigon. And it's very hard for Noble Esports to turn and focus Flappy, simply because Fireblaze is tearing up the backline.
We've seen pretty varying Battlerite picks from a lot of Raigons that we've seen, depending on how they want to engage or what kind of value they want to find on their team. But look at this Fireblaze. He's caught in the corner. He's actually, no, he won't get petrified at. I almost wish he had. Maybe
Yeah.
he could have used that shield.
Yeah, he definitely could have used that shield as the Heavenly Strike didn't get him far enough away. He misses his in cap.
Oh, I think this is it for him.
This is bad, Carpet.
Yeah, he's done for. I think he maybe just wanted to take that Petrify. He would have gotten the shield. They wouldn't have wanted to pool a bunch of cooldowns into him. He still would have had his space bar once that Petrify was up, and he could have actually sat and watched and find a better place for it. Maybe found his team.
Yeah, it's kind of weird. Sometimes just eating that Petrify can be beneficial as it helps you reset your cooldowns a little bit as you're stuck as a rock, and it also grants you a little bit of a shield. So,
yeah.
You know, Fireblaze maybe a little bit preemptive on that Heavenly Strike, and he gets punished for it hard. Noble Esports, they swiftly take that round.
I mean, I usually get, not usually, but there are many times I get petrified and I'm like,
I'm like, okay.
Sick.
I'm like, that's fine.
Yeah, and I'm just going to sit and let my cooldowns come back for a couple of seconds while you guys don't put any cooldowns into me because you don't want to waste it into this Petrify shield.
Yeah. But of course, Fireblaze, he's here for a reason. I'm sure there was a reason he tried to Heavenly Strike out. Maybe he expected Freak to be a little bit closer. But at the end of the day, it just didn't work out. And just as quickly as Fireblaze has taken over some of these rounds, he goes down in that one.
He's going to be a little bit more timid on how he engages here. Couldn't find the E on the hasted numbnuts, no surprise there. Parry's down as well, and the M2. He's going to have to really sit back and wait now. That's going to slow down their push.
This feels like a different team almost. Atrocity Exhibition playing so patiently, and X-Strike lands onto Freak, and this slow playstyle is not working out for Blue.
Oh, but Bako's going to take so much damage, and they're going to lose the orb to the space. That's going to be huge for him. Gets the E under the support as well. He really turned it around. Bako, I think, threw an axe into the parry and then took the parry at the end. Stun time. Oh, just around the bulwark. Gets the hit on the Nards, so there's not going to be heals for quite some time. He splits him up, and then he finds his space on the Taya. Fireblaze is just taking it to him right now.
Oh, he even lands the ultimate, getting out a decent amount of damage, and it helps him reposition.
Oh my
this
God!
Is big. Wow.
I want to see the damage on this one. I want to see the damage from them at the end of this round. Older onto Older.
Some older on older action here. Some double older action here. But, you know, Nards, he's all alone in this 1v3. He throws out the Petrify, but before it lands, he's going to die.
The damage from Fireblaze, 599.
Did you know not all victories are won with strength alone? Some are won by very smart play. Just
Some.
like smart engages, like Fireblaze going in on the right characters at the right time. And man, that hop over the wall that landed onto Numbnuts, that was really just icing on the cake.
I mean, that was super fortunate, I will say.
Very fortunate.
No intention there, but hey, if I'm going to land free 20 damage, I'll land some free 20 damage.
And the snare, Taya had just used haste. So it ate her haste, and it did a lot of damage. Yeah, that was all it took for Noble to fall.
Investing your money in the right stock market there. Now we're going to see the knock-up onto Taya. Trying to keep them at the bay. Bako now just trying to push Fireblaze around. Seeing the exact kind of influence that he had on the last round, trying to keep him at bay.
Oh, Noble managed to snag that orb. Great job by Numbnuts to help his team get it.
The in-cap onto Fireblaze, but it's not going to be enough to freeze on a Bako. Bako's going to take a lot here, and he's going to get stunned out of Bulwark. The Tornado, he needs it. They're going to hunt him down. He might just go down in this final push. The ultimate's in the stun. No! Another Older to try and save him out. Got the stun onto Luke. Luke has struggled to find a lot of value out of his abilities this round.
The team finally going back and taking the orb. That orb was there for like 15 seconds. And, you know, Flappy Pint...
Oh, Taya might just go down here.
Oh.
Ultimate. No, he didn't find value. He hit the Older, but the double in-cap from Bako is going to be huge.
Yeah, big in-cap there to slow the roll of Atrocity Exhibition. Heads-up play from Luke to help his team survive even when they were set up for some damage.
Orb is up. Oh, that was great timing. Freak knowing the M2 and M1 were coming from Taya, knowing the timing in between the two of those. Getting the space bar, no pushback as well. Older has to space out of there, which means he knows that Bako's left all alone. Doesn't have a lot of support, but Older does have an ultimate in the chamber. Both of them do. Nards and Freak, you're looking to use them at the same time.
Fireblaze donating some abilities to the reflex of Noble, but Atrocity Exhibition able to secure the orb. Now this Older ultimate, it's going to be dodged. A nicely timed ultimate from Fireblaze helps him get out and find the kill on Numbnuts.
They were just waiting.
Oh, they might get the kill? Flappy Penguin's getting so low here, Carpet.
I actually think Older just ulted the wrong person. I think he wanted to go for Alicia, but he got Rygon instead. Doesn't seem to matter. They're going to get the kills, and that's going to be it. Atrocity Exhibition, 5 rounds to 2.
Yeah, you know, if they'd been able to kill Flappy Penguin there, he was down to just a sliver, but they couldn't do it, and because of it, a comeback in that round was near impossible. And Atrocity Exhibition, they're setting themselves up to fight for that first place spot in this group. We'll see if they can beat Fable a little later today and, you know, find themselves in a tiebreaker situation.
How'd you feel about the team comp, right? So we're looking at Taya, Older, and Bako, and trying to feel the pain of where that was. I can't speak as much to Taya and Older as I don't have as much experience with them. I know Bako really struggled. He can do a good time against Rygon, but that's if he saves cooldowns for the Rygon, which you've got an Alicia and an Older in the back line. You're going to have to worry about that as well.
Right.
But there were a couple times where he had kind of bulwarked in one direction. Rygon had his stun coming up right after, and it just stunned him right out of that bulwark. Maybe 1 to 2 seconds value out of the bulwark, which is just crippling. I mean,
not ideal.
That is like one of Bako's biggest survivabilities as someone that has no sustain, one of the few melees that has